Hi there! If you're watching this video, chances are you have decided to learn a new language and you're deciding between should I self-study and should I take language learning classes. So I started out learning my first few foreign languages at school. Now the school language learning education system, which is kind of the same across countries, is pretty bad because you are just forced to study vocab lists, do silly conversations about your luggage being lost at the airport, and you don't get a lot of native speaking practice in. It's just memorizing stuff and doing tests. Not fun, right? But I realized that you could actually learn a language by doing classes online, which has been really awesome for me. So I'll get to that later. But in this video today, let us go through, should you self-study or should you take lessons? Let's look at both sides and compare. Compare and contrast, as we used to do in school. First, let us talk about self-study. Benefits of self-study. Number one, you can create your own schedule. If you want to just watch a movie for a whole day and not memorize a single word of vocab, you do you. You know, self-studying language is super fun. You can go at your own pace. You could track your progress in any way you want. Obviously, I'm saying you can still do this if you're, taking lessons, but self-study is pretty much something that you have to drive for yourself, which can also be a negative thing because you might lose motivation. So there's no one really to push you. It's just you. You're the one who has to, get up in the morning and study. I think a disclaimer before I continue is that self-study, if you are doing lessons, should go hand in hand. You don't have to take lessons if you're self-studying, but if you are taking lessons, you have to self-study a language to some extent. Also, I understand the struggles of finding resources when you are self-studying. So with a class, the teacher will probably provide that, which is awesome. But if you've decided to go the self-studying route, I have compiled the list on my website of language learning resources for a few languages. So you can go to lindie.com. You'll see I have language learning resources for Korean, Japanese, Mandarin Chinese, Spanish, Hungarian, Vietnamese, Afrikaans, Malay, and Tagalog. So do check out my website, and I hope those can get you started and excited on your language learning journey. But now let us talk about taking lessons. What are the benefits of taking language learning lessons? There are two ways that you can take lessons or courses. Number one is in person with a tutor or with a group, like another class with a teacher in person. And number two is online. Personally, I prefer online. When you're in a classroom environment, there are people around you who are distracting you. There's someone asking a silly question. Sorry, all questions are valid, but I mean there will be people who are slowing down your progress, or you might be falling back if the class is too advanced for you. So in person it might be difficult. There are benefits to that if you want to have that like one-on-one personal connection with a teacher. You can definitely try that. But let's talk about online classes for now. One of the most rewarding language learning class experiences I've had was with Lingoda, language learning sprint online. So it's really exciting. So what if I tell you you can learn a language in 3 months and get 100% of your money back? So Lingoda Sprint is a really exciting thing that I've participated in before that I want to recommend to you. Totally fine if you're not interested, you can skip to the rest of this video, but I do want to share something that I've personally used and really do enjoy. So all you need to do for Lingoda is take one class every day for 3 months, and you will rapidly improve your language learning progress. And if you do take every single of those classes, it's gonna rain, then you will get 100% of your money back. So it's really, really intense. It's hard, but if you're looking for something that will push and motivate you to speak a language more fluently, Lingoda Sprint is the way to go. So the Super Sprint is very busy with 1 class a day for 3 months, but don't worry if you're too busy, you can take the normal Sprint where you attend 15 classes a month for 3 months, and you still get a 50% cashback if you follow all the rules. What I enjoyed about doing classes online with Lingoda compared to doing classes in person is you can set your own time and schedule. So if you're taking classes in person, it might be like every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and then you're tired after work, blah, blah. With Lingoda, you can book a time that suits you. If you want to participate, you have to sign up before the 24th of March, which is coming really soon. So do secure your spot and pay a 49 euro deposit. But if you are watching this video, I have a discount for you. you can use my voucher code, which is join89, and you will get a 10 euro or $11 discount on your registration fee. You have to complete every single class every day for 3 months if you want to get a full refund. Okay, if you don't complete all the classes, it is okay. You're not gonna die, but you're just not gonna get back what you've paid for those 3 months. But what you are getting back is immersing yourself in a new language, you know, studying really hard with motivated teachers, native speakers, and improving the language really quickly. So I think it's worth it. Another thing comparing, oh my goodness, it's really gonna rain. I have never seen thunder and lightning in Singapore. Sorry, I'm so excited. Did you hear that? I love rain. Okay, let's get back. So another thing that I love about taking classes online compared to self-study is resources and materials. So when you're self-studying, you have to go look for these, you have to make your resources for yourself, you have to go buy that textbook, whatever. If you sign up for something like a class online or doing the Lingoda Sprint, for instance, they have amazing resources created by native speakers for all the levels. So I just downloaded all of these resources, and now if I want to continue studying, I can use that. So remember to sign up before the 24th of March. I will put the link in the description where you can sign up and read more about the Lingoda Sprint. All their T's and C's and FAQs are in there, so do check them out. Okay, now that I've talked about online classes and classes in person and self-studying, let's see which one of the three would be best suited to you. First thing is feedback. How new is this language to you? If it's something that is not similar to any other language you've learned, you will need to be understood and you will need feedback. Having someone like a tutor there to feed back to you that maybe you can improve your pronunciation or you've said that word wrong is going to be amazingly helpful. That is something that self-studying is lacking. So if you don't trust your abilities just yet, I think getting a tutor, taking classes online is a really helpful step that you can take. Point number 2 is self-discipline. And when you're self-studying, you have to be really, really motivated to continue. If you have a tutor or if you take classes, there will be someone to push you, to give you homework, to check up on your progress, and they will be your motivation for that time. Another question you can ask yourself is, how systematic and routine driven are you? If you are self-studying, you can make up your own timetable and schedule and do just what you feel like doing. But if you're taking classes, there's probably going to be a class structure, like go over homework from last time, learn this new grammar structure, do this vocabulary section, and so forth. It's quite repetitive. If that's, how your logical mind works, great, maybe classes are the way for you to go. If you don't, then probably self-study will be a lot more flexible. Now you might be wondering about me. What do? I pretty much do a mix depending on how difficult the language is. So for Korean and Japanese, because they're so similar, I do self-study and I find them exciting enough for me to continue and be motivated on my own without the need for external homework, for instance. But languages that are a lot more harder for me, like Mandarin Chinese or Spanish, which is difficult pronunciation-wise, which is very new to me, that is where I do have tutors or take classes on Lingoda. So it also depends on the language for me and how much, I don't know how to say in English. In Afrikaans we say opstoot, like push, how much push I need in the beginning to get started. So remember, if you commit to classes, you don't have to do it forever. You can just use it when you're a beginner, and then you can continue with self-study. All in all, because learning a language is such an important lifelong journey, you need to find the method that is best for you. So it's okay, play around. If having classes does or doesn't work for you, it's fine, keep going. Try all the methods and you will find one that works for you. Wishing you all the best in your language learning journey. Remember, if you do want to sign up for the Lingoda Sprint, you can use my code JOIN89 to get a $10 discount on the registration. Just check the link in the description. See you in the next video. Bye bye!